Talk. Welcome one and all. If you're new, make sure that you subscribe. Okay, so you got your Zohran, Mamdani as mayor of New York. Now what? I mean, I'm watching this coverage today of Mamdani becoming mayor, and it just it's insane to me. But see, this thing with Mamdani, this is what you got to understand with Mamdani. How did Mamdani become mayor of New York? And it was all about the media. There were two phases of it, right? How Mamdani got elected. He won the primary because Cuomo and the Democrats just took it for granted that Governor Cuomo was going to win the primary, right? So they didn't even really work, and they weren't paying attention. And they had a very tiny turnout. And Mamdani's campaign got enough people to turn out to win the primary. And then when the general came around, Mamdani won because there was an incredibly low voter turnout. And Curtis Sliwa helped a lot, but it was mostly the low voter turnout. New York City in this mayoral race had about a 16% turnout. 16% turnout. And the reason turnout was so low is because the media had been very successful in convincing the public that Mamdani could not be beaten. And because of that, people stayed home and said, what use is it? What, to quote Hillary Clinton, what difference does it make? He can't be beat. So they had a 16% turnout, plus Curtis Sliwa, but it was mainly the low voter turnout. That's it. But of course, whoever wins, wins. And of course, the media, they're not presenting it like that. They're acting as if he has a mandate, and he has the opposite of a mandate. But New York did this to themselves by not turning out to vote. And that's why I've been talking so much over the past week that the midterm elections, that we've got to have a major turnout. If we get the big turnout, we will win. And Mamdani, what you could take from Mamdani is that, low voter turnout is when Democrats win. Democrats benefit at low voter turnout. Low voter turnout, Democrats lose. That's it. And let Mamdani be the lesson of this. Now, of course, with the other problems with Mamdani, I mean, this guy, the best thing that we can do is let Mamdani be Mamdani, because he is going to screw up. He's already screwed up. I mean, excuse me. The weather doesn't agree with me. Everything he stands for is so wackadoodle and nuts that none of it will work. It all sounds good in some NYU political science class filled with hardcore lunatics and communists, but the real-world applications of his ideas, if he's able to implement any of them, it's going to be a disaster. So the best thing we can do is sit back and let Mamdani be Mamdani, and then the screw-ups will start to happen, and then they'll start to pile up, and then, then we can be like, told you so, told you so. But, they want to present this thing that Mamdani is the future, right, and that he has popular support, but with just 16% voter turnout, how could you say that he has popular support? President Trump won the popular vote. Mamdani, please. There might have been more people in Times Square than voted for Mamdani, right, last night. How many people were in Times Square for New Year's Eve? Is that number equal to or greater than the number of people that voted for Mamdani in the election? Probably, maybe, I don't know. But that is not the future of this country. So democratic socialism is communism. They're just too cowardly to call it what it is. They say democratic socialism because they know even extreme liberals won't accept communism so well. Not enough of them, at least, so they call it democratic socialism. There were 1.5 million in Times Square. Well, how many voted for Mamdani? You know, it was just not that many people when you consider the size of the city. You know, and they had 16% voter turnout, but he didn't get 100% of the vote, right? So that's it. 800,000. Yeah. Not very many. 2 Times Squares over New Year's. And they want to tell us that this is the future of the country. I don't think so. I don't think so. They're in big trouble. You know, with all this corruption that's being uncovered all over the country, the Democrats are in big, big, big trouble because, you know, with the way they're handling the corruption. If you didn't catch my morning show, you got to catch it. I went through some of what CNN was doing. As opposed to saying, you know what, this is terrible, let's get to the bottom of this. Their attitude is, how dare you uncover this corruption? Who do you think you are uncovering this corruption, right? That's their attitude, if you think about it, isn't it? How dare you? Who do you think you are uncovering this corruption? Nick Shirley. You think you're a journalist, Nick Shirley? Well, thank you very much. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Yeah, today's show was good. We had some good calls today and some good stories. And I'm going to be doing a national TV interview in a couple hours. So I got to shave, take a shower, and put on a suit and tie for a national TV interview I'm doing. Yeah, definitely have to shave, yes. I usually shave in the mornings when I do a TV interview, but it was so cold this morning I couldn't. It was in the low to mid 40s this morning. Right now it's 64, but on my back porch, because I'm in the shade, it's like in the 50s. That's where I'm wearing a jacket. Bill, welcome, welcome, welcome. So now don't worry, Mamdani will screw up. I mean, you know, it's amazing to me. He hires as his chief counsel a Muslim lawyer who represents Al-Qaeda terrorists. That's crazy. That's crazy. Of all places, too, New York City. Imagine actually being in America. I don't even know what that means, Carnage. I have no idea what you mean by that. I mean, of all places. I mean, you know, an Al-Qaeda lawyer. You know, when after 9/11, for years we, you know, heard this, you know, never forget, right? Like the Holocaust. And New York has obviously forgotten. Forgotten. Who would have ever thought? It wasn't that long ago. I know it's, you know, it's 24 years seems like a long time, but it doesn't seem that long ago. Certainly not for this to happen, right? Exactly. Exactly. But that's okay. That's okay. By the time we get to the midterms, Zohran Mamdani will have screwed up multiple times. And we'll be able to point to more reasons not to vote Democrat because of that. There's nothing he's going to do that's going to be anything other than bad. Everything he stands for is... I know, where was the fighter fighters union? Where were the 9/11 families, the police unions? Where were they during all of this? Nowhere. Nowhere. They didn't come out and condemn or anything. You know, I don't know. You know, we'll find out. Are they going to have a mass exodus of retirements from the police department? Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. You know, I mean, you know, he's basically promised to legalize a lot of crimes. Joan from Tampa, welcome. It is beyond. It's hard to even believe that it's happened, right? Isn't it? Isn't it hard to believe that it's even happened? It really is. I was thinking about it today, and it's just like, what? You know? What was the significance of him getting sworn in at that subway station last night? You know, it looked like it was underground underneath City Hall. I mean, it's a good photograph, but it kind of looked like he was getting sworn in on the steps of City Hall in Gotham City in a Batman movie, right? The way it looked, it was so dark and everything else. So I don't know. Oh, you grew up in Brooklyn. Awesome. I don't know why he did that. Do you? Doesn't it look like a scene out of a Batman movie? It's a good image. I'll say that. But maybe it has to do with his mother being a filmmaker, a director. Who knows? But just a very, very strange thing to do. That's okay. I'm not worried. New York City has always been pretty much liberal. Mayor Giuliani was an unusual thing. Happy New Year to everyone, yes. I hope you all caught my show this morning. If you didn't, when I'm done with this stream, go back and watch it. Covered a lot of great topics, showed a lot of very interesting things. And we had some pretty good calls today, too. It's a very sunny day, very nice day, but today is this is like one of the coldest days of the year we're going to have in Florida, and it makes me very grateful that I live in Florida. I know some of you guys around the country, it's really, really cold. Being in the low to mid 40s may sound like warm to you, but not for us in Florida. This is not why we live in Florida. Oh, I'm not scared. These things you take. You take these disasters and you say, well, what can we learn from them? And the main thing we can learn about Mamdani is low voter turnout, evildoers, the Democrats win. Right? That's it. If we have a high turnout, we win. The left are evildoers, absolutely. Everything about the left are evildoers. I mean, look at Mamdani. I played this clip of him this morning. He said violent crime is just an artificial construct. It sounds like something some liberal college professor would say. Yeah, it's hard to believe it's 2026. We're in the roaring 20s again. 10 inches of snow, oh my goodness. I would get on a plane and move to Florida. I do not like the cold weather. At all. At all. It's not for me. I like our Florida hot sunshine. But, that's just me. You wish you could, yeah. I mean, I was outside today. My wife and I, we went out and got lunch and everything, and I was wearing. The only reason I have I was wearing short sleeve T-shirt. The only reason I have a jacket now, it's 64, but my under my porch in the shade, I have an insulated ceiling. It's like it's probably in the high 50s, around 60 on the porch. So I put a jacket on. That's all. But I could handle it without the jacket. But why be uncomfortable? No, not scared of cold. I just don't like it. Right? I like heat. That's right. But no, we can't. These things happen. They're out of our control, and we just look at what happened and see what we can do to, find some good out of the badness. And Mamdani becoming mayor of New York is a bad thing. There's nothing good that comes out of that. Nothing. And I think Curtis Sliwa does deserve a lot of the blame. He should have been at the inauguration. They should have had Curtis Sliwa swear him in. Del Rey, yeah. Del Rey's nice. Very nice. But that's okay. President Trump's party last night was amazing, and he didn't just vow to crack down on this corruption. He said they're going to get the money back from Minnesota, from California. He listed a couple of other states too. So they're going to seize the money back, which they've done before. He's taken money back before, so he's going to take the money back from Minnesota. Oh my goodness. It's a great year for Mike Lindell to be running for mayor or governor of Minnesota. He would be a great governor. He really would. But I got to agree with Scott Jennings. The way that the Democrats in Minnesota suck up to the Somali population is just weird. That the mayor of Minneapolis dancing on stage with Somalians to Somali music, waving the Somali flag is the strangest thing I have ever seen a politician do. I mean, that's really weird, don't you think? Never seen anything like it. It's just bizarre, you know. And how did he get elected? If the Somalis run the joint, how did he get elected? And he's not even embarrassed. He's up there humiliating himself. He's like their, I don't know, he's like their slave, right? He's like, he's just, you know, I've never seen an elected official pander to any group that much, ever. Have you? As the mayor of Minneapolis? And what he's doing to pander is just weird. He is a loser, and weird, yes, I agree. Yeah. I mean, how long did it take him to learn to speak the Somali language? Yeah. My wife said he's like, the mayor of Minneapolis is like the Gimp to the Somalis. Remember the Gimp from Pulp Fiction? He's their Gimp. Yeah. They bring him out of the box. Bring out the Gimp, the mayor. Yeah. Pelosi pandered. She wasn't dancing. No, Pelosi did take a knee and beg African Americans for forgiveness. Okay, I get that. But she wasn't on stage with a BLM flag dancing. You know what I mean? Waving the flag. That was, I mean, yeah. I mean, what she did was pretty bad. The kneeling with the fake African garb on and all that. Yeah. That's pandering, but what he did was even weird. Just weirder than what Pelosi did. Yeah, Pam Bondi, she managed to just, waste a whole year. She's got to go. I hope the president fires her and replaces her with Judge Jeanine. Pam Bondi, a lot of people say she's useless. Well, I guess that's a matter of perspective. If you're Comey or Bush or Brennan, she's pretty useful, right, Pam Bondi? Jack Smith, Peter Strzok, Lisa Page. If you're all those people, she's Obama. She's very useful. Judge Jeanine would, she'd be arresting people like crazy. Oh, yeah, we wouldn't have to. Judge Jeanine would take care of all of it. If you're new to my channel, my name is Brian. This is where MAGA comes to talk. Make sure that you subscribe, all right? Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And tomorrow I'll be live in the morning on the radio and on YouTube taking calls. Oh, I would not go anywhere near New York. No way. Nope. No way. Nope. Nothing would get me to go to New York right now. Free tickets. The only way I would go to New York is if the president invited me to stay at Trump Tower. Then I might go to New York. But short of that, I cannot imagine going to New York right now. Nope. First off, it's not safe because as far as the criminals are concerned, it's okay for them to do crime now. So, So when they're telling criminals it's okay to do crime, or at least the criminals believe it is, because that's what Mamdani was running around saying while he was running for mayor. That's not a city you want to visit. That's a danger zone. No way. Who's a hero? Donald Trump. I agree with that, Nova. Donald Trump is a national hero and treasure, no doubt about it. Yep, I'll agree with you on that. Donald Trump is a hero. Nah, I don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. They want to try to tell you, oh, this is the direction the country is moving now. I don't think so. Letitia James. I mean, yes. So, I mean, could he have picked a worse person to swear him in? She's got all these mortgage fraud cases going on all around her, and he chose her to swear him in, of all people. She's a hero. Women are not heroes, they're heroines. Hero is masculine. Yes, Happy New Year to everyone. Oh, there's more cases coming. She's done so much mortgage fraud, allegedly, that there's more coming. Don't worry. Make New York City MAGA. Good luck. Never underestimate the stupidity of a Democrat. Criminals stick together. I will say, though, when I saw her standing on the steps swearing him in, she has huge feet. Her feet are like a NBA player. Right? She could barely stand on the step. Yeah, it is a fact that she has huge feet. I don't know what size shoe she wears, but it's a big size. Did you guys know? When you see the image again, take a look at her fancy shoes. Democrats, yeah. Yeah. You know, it's just like, you know, I was reading an article the other day about prices in the Democrat states and the blue states. The blue states, prices of everything is higher. And they're keeping the prices up because they don't want Trump to get credit for lower prices. That's how stupid they are. So they would rather pay more for everything when they don't have to because they don't want Trump to get credit for lower prices. Well, welcome, new subscriber. GR8 Smarts, welcome and Happy New Year to you. You guys throw out fascists, you don't even know what the definition of a fascist is. If Donald Trump's a fascist, give me the definition of a fascist and how it applies to Donald Trump. Right? Supply and demand, yeah, capitalism. And I'll tell you, you know, another thing, Letitia James swore in Mamdani on the Quran. His wife was holding the Quran. All three of these Democratic socialists are multimillionaires. Isn't there a conflict between being a Democratic socialist and a multimillionaire? There seems to be a bit of a conflict with that. Don't you think? It's amazing. All these Democratic socialists are millionaires. Mamdani, AOC, Bernie Sanders. All the Democrat socialist leaders are all multi-millionaires. Especially Mamdani. Mamdani's family is loaded, multi-millionaires, many times over. But Mamdani's wife, they're even richer. The president said, quiet Peggy. Not Piggy, he said, quiet Peggy. New York will survive it. Little suffering from Mamdani, and then they'll get over it, and they'll elect somebody next time, hopefully, that has some sense. Yeah, he said, quiet Peggy. Go back and listen to it. He said, quiet Peggy. But I don't care. If he said Piggy, I'd be fine with that, too. I don't care. I don't care. I mean, who does she think she was? She's interrupting the President of the United States while he's speaking on Air Force One. You don't do that. The mainstream White House correspondents, media people, they're all pigs anyway, aren't they? They're all pigs. Yep, no doubt. Yes, only Rosie O'Donnell. That's right. She just released another video today. She just, she has herself in exile in Ireland, but she seems to follow all the news and events in this country constantly, and she's always posting videos online about things that are going on here. So I don't think going to Ireland has helped Rosie too much. I think it's made her nuts, even more so. Yeah. I mean, if she went to Ireland to get away from it all, she has not succeeded. It's amazing. I saw a clip of of her talk show on YouTube this morning, and she used to be such a nice person. And I don't know what happened to Rosie O'Donnell. She's lost her freaking mind. I don't know. She's got a lot of issues, obviously, with men. That she's channeling all of it to President Trump for some reason. She thinks she's a lot more important than she is to President Trump. President Trump probably doesn't even think about her unless somebody asks about her. He might see some of her videos. They might show some of her videos to him on on X to laugh, but you think he really cares about Rosie? Nah. Who cares about Rosie? Nobody cares about Rosie. You know, liberals are very self-important, especially celebrities. Yep, make sure you subscribe if you're new. Now on the show, of course, tomorrow morning, I'll be back on the radio tomorrow and live streaming on YouTube, and I'll be taking live calls. And tomorrow's Friday, so it'll be open phones, open mega mic Friday. Yeah, I just don't know how she affords to live. She has not worked in years, and the type of work she did, I mean, she didn't really work that much. She was on The View a little bit. She did a couple of movies, like 3 movies. She did A League of Their Own, a couple Flintstone movies, 1 or 2 others, over 20 years ago. And her talk show wasn't on television that long, so I don't know how she affords this lifestyle that she, well, who knows what kind of lifestyle Rosie really has, right? I loved it when they asked about Rosie when the president of Ireland was with Trump, and he's like, do you know who she is? He's like, no. He's like, well, you could keep her. You could keep Rosie O'Donnell. It was hilarious. She used to be, and I wonder if she's still friends with Madonna. Remember, she doesn't have enough work to get residuals, really. And these celebrities don't get residuals too much anymore. But because of the streaming. Is she still friends with Madonna? I never hear her talk about Madonna. Haven't seen her with Madonna in forever. Maybe they're not friends anymore. Rosie's too crazy for Madonna, which, tells you what you need to know. Now, if you're new, make sure you subscribe. And I'll tell you guys tomorrow what TV show I'm going to be on. But a little later today, I'm going to be recording a national TV interview. You'll see me showered, shaved, and in a suit and tie. But I'll tell you guys after I do it. All right, guys, I'll see ya later. Take care. Thanks for watching.